I learned something from this Indian trip, that Indians don't need education. In terms of, see, every situation or every event is like a learning curve, right? See, now, when I started off as a consultant, I wanted to attract intelligent investors. That was convenient. I didn't want a certain kind of investor. So when I made content, that's how I started connecting with people from US, UK, Canada, Europe, BlackRock, Microsoft, Google, Nvidia, you name it. I connected with all of them, and I enjoyed that. Mentally, I really enjoyed that. But every time I've been to India, and this is funny, whether it's I don't know, a person with a capacity of 10 million to 3,000 million. I've met people up to, in fact, I've met people up to 10,000 crores. I don't know how to convert that. So I've met people from in a range of 10 million to 10,000 million. They don't care about education, man. I mean, they like listening to it. Okay. Like, see, when I study other real estate companies, I can't beat them. I cannot beat them with intelligence, because if I'm here with my Excel sheets, and if somebody's over here telling them that, hey, put in 1 million, I'll make it 2 million in 1 year, and I'll give you 10% ROI for 10 years, whether it happens or not, it's irrelevant. That's all that they want to hear, and they'll give you money immediately. So it's a learning curve. See, for me also, I've got constant learning curves. So I'm evolving in terms of like, now I exactly know the next time I go, I need to have a clear call to action. I'll take a project, I don't care, any shitty project. Maybe not as shitty, because there's a limit of how low I also can go, right? But I'll go to my lowest limit and I'll figure out a developer because there are developers who give that, right? 10% ROI, 10 years. They don't care about location. So the idea is about understanding what you want, So on that particular day, if you say, okay, I'm going to give you so first FOMO, hype, you say that, and I'm telling you, this is the mindset of this is mindset of 60% of the market. Indians are the biggest buyers. So if you don't capture that market, you cannot grow. So FOMO and hype, where you tell them, okay, on this day, I will give you 4% DLD waiver. I'll give you up to, I forgot the best word, 40% discount. I'll give you 40% discount. I'll give you 4% DLD waiver. I'll give you 10% ROI for 10 years. And I'll give you a cash back, but it's only for 24 hours. This is and see, now I get it, Why do developers have such fancy pictures and brochures? But that's what your audience wants. If your audience, maybe McDonald's is unhealthy, but if the audience wants McDonald's and French fries, I can't tell them to eat from KCAL, They don't want KCAL, they want McDonald's. Give them McDonald's, So I think it's the learning is so I'm beginning to figure out the hack of roadshows, because each roadshow I'm taking it to like one level above, because we're in the business of lead generation, each one of us, I'm figuring out Meta with Letty. Once we figure out Meta, because lead generation is not about just boosting ads, It's a lot. If once we figure out Meta, that'll be one source. Roadshows are definitely a source, but there's a hack to roadshows, I think almost 100% of our roadshows have been major failures till now, because we don't understand the hack, That's the problem. If you don't evolve, if you don't learn from your mistakes, you'll just keep repeating those mistakes constantly. So for my first roadshow, I learned a certain number of mistakes. Second roadshow, I've learned. Now third roadshow, I'll be going with full. I'll have 8 creatives. I'll be testing different target markets. I'm going to use. I'm going to hang out. I'm going to take pictures with politicians, with mayors. I'm going to take pictures with celebrities. I'm going to put it out there because that bullshit sells, you know. So if you want to increase the amount of sales, that you have to understand. First, you need to understand what audience are you targeting? Who's your target market? What do they want? You know, and then based on that, if you hit, otherwise you're just going around aimlessly. You know, again, you know, around all my talks, it's always been I hate wasting time. Again, you need to have a clear idea, right? Who are you? Are you here for the money? We are all here for the money, right? And we're not here for greatness. And nobody's going to die great being a real estate broker any which ways. So when we have an opportunity now, when an opportunity like let's say Damak open house comes, okay, it's an opportunity to make money. What does that mean? I don't know if it's a creative, if it's cold calls. What are you going to do? Oh, we're having this open house. On that day, I'm going to give you airline tickets. I'm going to give you 4% yearly waiver. I'm going to give you discounts. You know, you create your pitch. You tell them that, you know, okay, so on this day, you're going to get 4% yearly waiver. You know, or we are organizing, so because they have, so these experts, okay, these people who close shit tons of deals, they have insane amount of energy and passion, okay, and they have an insane amount of bullshitting capacity. Now, if you don't learn that bullshitting capacity, you're not going to move forward, period. Unless all of you reach at my level, and then you start lead generation on YouTube, and we all deal with BlackRocks and Googles and Microsoft, but that's going to take years. Because these guys who let's say contact me have seen at years of my content, you know, and then they finally trust me, and we have extremely analytical conversations, and that's a great thing to have, okay. But you'll have to do that on a back burner because you have to survive at the end of the day, right? If you want to survive, this is the hack. So when there is an open house, this is what you'll have to do. So the reason why, let's say, companies conduct such events is that this is an opportunity for you guys to build your pipeline. Same as me, I'm trying to build my pipeline, you know. So all of us are pretty much on the same boat, you know. The objective is, see, the beauty of real estate is that we are able to connect with extremely rich people, you know. So this is an opportunity. That one phone call could change your life, or that one investor could change your life, you know. Okay, and this is a great opportunity. You have that opportunity to pick up, hi, we are hosting an open house on this particular day. I'm going to give you 4% daily waivers. I'm going to give you up to 10% discounts. You have the best opportunities in the market. We are the #1 consultants in the Dubai real estate sector, you know. Maybe what I can do is I can create a pitch and I'll send it across to you guys. You guys literally can use that pitch, you know. But we cannot, unless you put in that effort, you're not going to get results. That's why, see, today I want you guys to really understand what the job role is. Don't confuse yourself, okay? Consultant is on a back burner. Broker is on the front burner. Consultant is great, you know. It's really nice, you know, but it's great intellectually. But if you want the bank account to grow, you have to become a broker, period, you know. So I'll create a pitch deck for this open house, okay? All you have to do is we get on calls. I'll figure out a meta lead generation. I'll keep at it with the YouTube videos. Of course, those clients are fantastic, but this is the plan, you know. As of so, what are the products we're targeting on? What are the interesting products in the market right now? Samana offices, okay, 8%. See, in a funny way, I genuinely think these Tomorrowland offices are a great pitch. 1,400 dirham per square foot near the Blue Line Metro. It's right parallel to Dubai Silicon Oasis. See, again, this is what the market wants. So I'll start lead generation on that. Okay, I don't know. So who wants to do focus on this Demac open house again? 1, 2. Ah. See, whoever wants to do it, I want you to do it with your full heart, because unless we do it with heart, there's no point. You understand? I'm trying to tell you, we need to understand our job role. We're here to make money, period, So I'll tell you the pain point of Indian buyers, okay? Golf course. Easy pain point. Because they already think that golf course is an extremely high-end thing. So the second you say golf course, you have their attention, okay? Sea view. That, you don't need anything else. Like I said, I'll prepare a pitch for you, okay? All you have to do is get on the calls and you just give that pitch. Now, look at this. Each and every call, you should feel like it's an opportunity that you're getting to connect with one investor. And that, I think you've got more, there is more opportunity in this process than a lottery ticket. If you take a lottery ticket, the chances of you winning a jackpot is much lesser compared to this opportunity, because you're definitely speaking to people who have money. Now, the problem is your convincing power. I see, and these are all sharpening your skills as well, right? As a salesperson. See, why I keep doing these events, why I keep going. I think every day I go for at least 3 to 4 investor meetings, right? I'm on calls, I'm on meetings, I'm meeting investors. Why? Because it really sharpens my skills, Now, if anyone sits on a call with me, they'll be mind, they'll be like, how the does this guy do this? Like, where does he think? How does he think? Because I'm on so many calls every single day that the second I'm in an investor meeting, I exactly understand how to close the deal, Yasho's really happy on a call I had, last time. So this is hilarious, okay? This is like at, I think, 11 p.m. in the night, okay? 11 p.m. in the night, the client was from France, okay? And the guy, towards the end of the call was like, Zoe, wherever you say, I'll just put the money, And it was just that I don't know, it's a sales skill, let's put it this way. So we're all here to learn a skill, right? We're all here to learn how to sell. If you learn how to shop, but again, you're not gonna win anything without working for it. It's not gonna come for free, man, If you waste your time, so when you get on those calls, I want you to think that this one of these calls could change my life, man. One of these calls, okay? And you're learning, because when you go on calls, you're going to face a lot of rejections. Nobody likes calls, okay? But it's a great way to sharpen your sales skills, Good afternoon. And you're going to use these skills in your client meetings as well. There's a reason why the top Hamptons, okay? So I came from Hamptons, okay? So Hamptons, we had 200 calls every day. There's a reason, because it sharpens you as a salesperson. And this skill you can use for any business. See, today, maybe I started as a real estate broker, but today, businessmen from different industries want to partner with me because, it's just because every business, the most core critical part is sales. If you figure out sales, you can run any business. So don't look at it like, oh shit, I have to go on calls. Think of it like, any and every single investor, this is an opportunity, okay? I'll send you the pitch. If you have any doubts about the pitch, but don't waste your time. The number of hours that you guys are here, chit-chatting, going on a smoke, having food is not going to help you, These calls are going to help you sharpen your skills. You'll understand how to communicate, how to talk, how to negotiate, how to manipulate, You learn all these skills. I mean, it is what it is. That is the job, okay? And how smart can you get, So I think we'll all go on this exercise for a week. We'll see. if you guys want the team leader thing, we can operate that team leader thing. You know, we can have like it'll help you guys. You know, if you want to buddy with a senior person, you know, you can choose somebody that you can buddy with, and we'll figure out on who to assign, and let's go on this. You know, so every week maybe we'll have these tasks. You know, every week let's have these tasks. It could be an open house, it could be an event, it could be something. So let's do like surgical precision. You know, so that, you know, we understand what we're doing wrong or what we're doing right and how we can improve that. Otherwise, we're heading nowhere basically. You know, do you have any announcements for this week? Yeah. Yeah. The person is not here. Tanveer. No wonder he's in Bali, you know. It makes sense, you know. But see, man, again, I love how this guy has evolved, right? Man, I've seen this guy from, like, not even broke. I don't know if there's something worse than broke, you know. And the way he has evolved, it's just to sheer. I've seen how hard this guy's worked, you know. So, see, there are so many examples in the office itself. You can change your lives, man, you know, but you have to put in that effort, that's all.